What's going on, guys? Jonathan here with Peter from LG, taking a look at the all-new LG Google TV for 2012. I'm going to hand it over to Peter so he can tell you guys all about it.
Jonathan, we got a really good year ahead of us for Google TV. I know that a lot of your viewers right now are familiar with Google TV, and they were left a little bit lagging or disappointed in what transpired last year. What we did this year is we focused more on the form and the function rather than just the function. Overall, across the board, what ended up happening last year is we pushed a large keyboard on customers. We gave them an underpowered set-top box. Customers walked away feeling unsatisfied. This year, when we built Google TV, there was no choice for us but to build it around a TV platform, not a set-top box platform. You're getting a dual-core processor with an L9 chipset, and it's done through LG. We didn't source that out with anybody. We also went with a really basic remote control with full QWERTY keyboard capability on it. So what we see right now is just a quick broadcast of CNN, and at some point you get tired of watching the news. So I'm going to pick up the remote, I'm going to use the QWERTY function, and let's just quickly see what's on. Now, one of the things that I always like to look for is Law and Order. There's so much content that's out there and things that are available. And actually you can see it right there. It's Special Victims Unit. It's available. There's 17 minutes remaining. But if I wanted to do a TV search or a video search, I could do that on the web. I could also see that on Google as well. And if I wanted to rent some of that content, I could do it as well. Now, from a rental aspect, this is where it really starts to get cool. Now, I'm a little bit of a geek, so one of the things that I like is getting into space movies. And when I talk about space movies, I always start with the right stuff. Now, that's one of those movies that's really hard to find on TV being broadcast. So with Google TV, it really helps out because it'll transport me to this rental store. So I'm going to go ahead and click rent. But the cool thing about this is I can watch this on Dish Network, Amazon, or Netflix. Now notice that open content area. As Google starts to work with more and more partners, you're going to see more and more capabilities. Now, I know your viewers have already seen stuff like this. They could do this with 2 or 3 or 4 more mouse clicks on their remote control. You don't necessarily need Google to do that. What I really like, though, about this is, let's go over to that Home TV menu. Now, with Google, what this will do is it'll take a look at the content that I'm watching and I'm reviewing, and I'm going to give permission to Google to watch me do this. When I go to Watch TV, it's going to search out all of the content that I currently have and all of the services that my cable TV or satellite provider is doing, and it's going to make recommendations like, Troy, hey, I saw that you watch a lot of warrior movies, or The Young Don't Cry. Now, if that's not something I want to watch, I want to go back to my hard drive. I don't necessarily want to watch live TV. What I can do here is I can go down to my hard drive. Now, as much of a geek as I am, I still am a dad. I've got a 5-year-old. We have 45 episodes of Yo Gabba Gabba on my hard drive. Ordinarily, I'd have to sort through all of that to get to the content that I want to see. What Google does for me, though, is it searches out my hard drive on my set-top box through either Dish Network or DirecTV or any cable provider, and it says, you know what? You like Kate Hudson. I like Kate Hudson. Let's watch some Kate Hudson on your hard drive. But I don't have to see any Yo Gabba Gabba episodes at all. Now, where I think your audience is probably going to be most interested in isn't necessarily the internet capability, although we've got that both with Google Chrome and optimized websites for Google. Your viewers want to know what's new and what's going on with the Android marketplace. So with Google TV, anything that you're currently doing with your Android tablets or your Android phones, those apps will play on our TVs with no problem. If you like Angry Birds, we like Angry Birds. You're going to be able to do that, and we'll up-convert the resolution. What's really cool, though, is what's coming out. The feature for TV app category is growing and growing and growing. And one of the new apps that we found really interesting has been Thews. Thews is a new app that takes advantage of all the Google Analytics that are out there. So it looks at what people are surfing, what people are watching on Google TV, and if it's sports related, it starts to give a score on the left-hand side. So I always know what a hot game is going to be. The cool part about it is if I go back tomorrow, I can see all the games that were played, and it will tell me exactly where to start watching. So in my neck of the woods in San Diego, if the Padres get on a tear in the 9th inning, when I go back and check on Thews, it'll say, don't watch the first 8 innings. Go back and watch just the 9th inning. The Padres killed it, and it'll give me a link to go back and watch that immediately. Now, where this is going and why your viewers are going to be interested, if I'm watching a sporting event, in the next couple of months, the developer plans to build in some parameters. So if the Padres start doing really well or their enthusiasm score goes up above 92, the DVR turns on automatically. And if the enthusiasm score goes below 84, it turns off automatically. So it's going to be a great year. Our developers are behind us, Google TV is behind us, and we hope that you guys will get excited about LG as well. It's going to be a great year.
Peter, you were awesome. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys with more coverage.